Hi friends, if you're new here, my name is Corina and welcome to my channel. Before I dive into today's full day of keto and low carb eating, I feel like I need to mention a few things. First and foremost, there are many different ways to approach this style of eating, or any style of eating for that matter. When someone mentions a ketogenic diet, typically the first things that people will think of are butter, bacon, cheese, butter, bacon, cheese. While these particular foods can and do help people reach their goals on a ketogenic diet, my approach is very, very different because my goals are very, very different. A keto diet being used strictly for weight loss is going to look very different and should look very different than somebody that's on a medical ketogenic diet used to treat some things like epilepsy and cancer. At the same rate, somebody that's on a nutritional ketogenic diet like myself will typically care less about hitting specific macronutrients. Instead, the focus is on micronutrients. My goal with this video is to show you that a keto diet can be extremely nutrient-dense based, with a focus more on foods that fuel your body and not necessarily about hitting specific macronutrients and ratios. Also, while we're on the subject of macros, I wanted to mention that I have not tracked macros in over 2 years now. Okay, wait, that's a lie. When I first started keto 9 months ago, I did track my macros for 3 to 4 weeks. My goals were never to lose weight, so I wanted to make sure that I was always eating enough. I never wanted to be in a caloric restriction. Aside from that 3 to 4 week period, I haven't tracked macros in a really long time. I did think that it would be interesting though to track for today to see where my macros were at, to make sure that I was still eating enough. I never want to compromise my metabolism, so if by chance, which I don't think so, if by chance I have dipped my calories down below where I feel like they should be, this is a great opportunity for me to make sure that I eat more, beyond this day. So, all that being said, let's hop into today's full day of keto and low carb eating. So it is now about 12 o'clock and all I've had this morning so far is still just my herbal tea. I got in about 40 ounces and now I'm getting ready to have my coffee, or my decaf coffee. So Wednesday is actually our Chipotle night. Every week we go to Chipotle after McKenna's volleyball practices. Because I can't have traditional dressings and things that restaurants have, because 99.9% of them contain soy, I always have to make my own dressing. I normally do that before we even leave for practice, so that once we get home, all I have to do is put my dressing on my salad and then I can eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the dressing right now. But since it is volleyball night, I'm also going to be prepping my dessert. So again, once I get back from practice, all I have to do is put the dressing on my salad and then grab my dessert from the fridge and have it ready to go. So when I get home, I don't have to waste any time prepping anything. I just do it before practice and it's all waiting for me when we get home. So I'm gonna make my dessert right now. It is now 3:30 and I'm feeling a little like a nibble of something. So I'm going to go ahead and have a couple of tablespoons of sun butter, and then we're gonna get ready and head to volleyball practice. There you go, a full day of keto eating. Last few notes that I do want to point out though. First, as you can see, my calories seem to be pretty high. If you go to any online calculator and put in my stats, 39 years old, 5 feet, 100 to 105 pounds or so, mainly sedentary now. Most will say that I should be eating anywhere from 800 to 1,000 calories, maybe even up to 1,200, but probably not. Clearly, I am eating well over that. What is this witchcraft and wizardry, you might ask? Very healthy hormones and metabolism that has never dieted or severely restricted calories. Regardless of which eating style I've chosen in my life, my body adapts very, very quickly. So I'm able to keep my calories pretty high for somebody my size. Second, you'll notice that my carbs are well over the standard ketogenic range, which is normally between 20 and 30 grams net. Again, healthy metabolism, but I also want to mention that I did not start keto this way. Remember, I've been doing this for over 9 months now. For the first handful of months, I really stuck to that 20 to 30 gram net carb ratio. I wanted to make sure that I was fully adapted before I even attempted to play with my carb amounts. I did this consistently for 3, 4, 5 months, and then I slowly started to add some carbs back in. When I say add carbs in, I mean like I would have 4 to 5 strawberries, maybe a quarter cup of blueberries, some sweet potatoes, nothing crazy. I wasn't eating donuts, I wasn't eating pancakes, just very small amounts of increased carbs. For people just starting out on keto, I would definitely not suggest playing with your carb amounts in the beginning. All you're gonna do is completely confuse your body. It's not gonna know whether it needs to search for glucose still or if it's running on ketones. Your best bet is to start with 20 to 30 grams net carbs, and then over time you can slowly begin to increase that amount. Again, nothing crazy, just adding in a little bit more here and there. See how your body adjusts, see how you feel. If it works out and you're still in ketosis, great. If not, and you feel effects the next day, then you know that you probably pushed it too much. So the next time, just have a smaller amount, or wait another 2-3 weeks until you try again. This was a very typical day of eating for me, and I cannot imagine eating any other way. I love my food, I love everything I eat, but more importantly, I love the effects that it has had on my medical conditions. Not only do I have reduced pain, my inflammatory markers are lowered, my biomarkers are all exactly where they need to be. I have energy beyond anything that I have ever had in my entire life, even living with chronic illness. I also have brain clarity. From the time I wake up until the time I fall asleep, my mind is on fire. I have ideas racing through my head. My memory is amazing. Going on this particular ketogenic protocol has been one of the best decisions I have ever made for my health. I hope you enjoyed this video and found some information that you might have found useful. If you have any questions about keto, intermittent fasting, the specific protocol that I'm doing, foods that I'm eating, macros, I would be happy to elaborate, so please let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.